Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Johnson with the Straggat Media Network, coming to you from Marlboro Township as we are here for the Lady Dukes to take on the Lady Leopards. We're here on Senior Day for the Lady Dukes as Ava Collins is being announced right now. Should be an interesting matchup today between the Dukes and the Leopards, as the Leopards are 10-6 and the Lady Dukes are 13-2. The Leopards are led by Brooke Herron, Courtney Barwick, Taryn Miglich, and Delaney Oren, followed for Marlington by Maria Warner, Elizabeth Mason, Lexi Miller, Ava Collins, and Chelsea Evanich. Joining me today on the broadcast, I have Tegan Evans and Mark Lanzer. Welcome, guys. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty with the microphones. Welcome again, guys.
Hello.
That's all I need to turn mine on.
So, we're going to take a step away for just a second, and we'll enjoy the festivities here for senior night, and we'll be back.
Girls varsity basketball team, tennis team, and track teams. She is a member of the marching and jazz bands and the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Elizabeth is a class officer, a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Rotary Interact Club, and Link Crew. Elizabeth's favorite memories of her career were winning EBC and getting to spend time with her best friends. Her advice to future players is to not take this time for granted because it goes by fast. After graduation, Elizabeth plans to continue her academic career in college and while playing basketball and running track. Senior Elizabeth Mason. Senior Lexi Miller. Lexi Miller is the daughter of Stephanie and Andy Castina and Michael and Megan Miller. She is a 4-year letter winner on the varsity girls basketball team and a member of the French Club. Lexi's favorite memories of her career were joining the team in 5th grade and Coach Warner for taking the time to help make her a better player, playing with the other senior girls and winning the EBC in our 8th, 10th, and 11th grade seasons. Her advice to future players is to work hard for what you want and find motivation to make yourself better. Go to extra workouts, put in your all during practice, and push yourself to be the best version that you can be. After graduation, Lexi plans to attend Kent State University to pursue a bachelor's degree in business management. She also plans to come back and cheer on the future Lady Dukes. Senior Lexi Miller. Senior Maria Warner. Maria is the daughter of Dirk and Gina Warner. She is a 4-year letter winner and captain on the girls' basketball and golf teams. Maria is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Spanish Club, Link Crew, and a Duke Pound leader. She is a member of the National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society. Maria's most memorable moment from her career was winning the EBC during her career. Her advice to future players is to focus on teamwork because individual accomplishments aren't as fun as winning championships together. After graduation, Maria plans to continue her education and athletic career at Malone University studying business. While there, she will continue to play golf and basketball. Senior Maria Warner. Many thanks to our parents, grandparents, and everyone who came out to honor our senior girls and players this afternoon. Once again, please join me in congratulating all these fine student athletes on their high school accomplishments.
And we're back as we have about 2 minutes left here before the tip-off. I wanted to get the starting lineups out here. Starting for Louisville, unofficially, 5'8" sophomore, number 2, Courtney Barwick. 5'6" senior, number 10, Taryn Miglich. A 5'11" senior, number 20, Delaney Oren. A 5'8" junior, number 24, Brooke Heron. And a 5'10" freshman, number 33, Taylor McCully. For the Lady Dukes, a senior, number 1, Maria Warner. A senior, number 4, Lexi Miller. A junior, number 11, Chelsea Evanich. A senior, number 15, Ava Collins. And a senior, number 30, Elizabeth Mason. Like I said before, guys, it should be a good matchup. I'm excited to see how this thing plays out.
I think the neatest thing of this game, Rob, is that these schools are no strangers to each other. They're both former rivals, not only of the Northeast Buckeye Conference, but they're former Federal League rivals as well.
Absolutely. They do have a lot of history. Many years. Unfortunately, they had a parting of ways with the NBC, but I know that Marlington and Louisville have a pretty good relationship, so they try to play each other in a lot of the sports. Hopefully they can get them back on the football schedule, and that'd be awesome. But for today, we have the Lady Dukes and the Lady Leopards. So we're going to take a second and kind of hang out while they do the national anthem and the starting lineups. Thanks.
The Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Director all welcome you. I'd like to remind you, this is an interscholastic contest between high school amateurs. The game is for them. This afternoon's officials are umpires Tommy Pogay and Jason Keene. Your referee is James Blickendorfer. They were hired according to the rules of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, which qualifies them for their important role in today's game. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Marlington High School. In keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship, we ask that you please treat them with respect. Now we invite you all to stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we turn our attention to the northeast wall of the gymnasium and our flag to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now for today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Louisville Leopards, who are coached by Jeff Kudo, assisted by Brian Layton and Corey Swope. Number 2, Courtney Barwick. Number 10, Taryn Miglich. Number 20, Delaney Warren. 24, Brooke Heron. And 33, Taylor McCully. And now the starters for your Marlington Lady Dukes. Number 11, junior Chelsea Evanich. Number 30, a senior Elizabeth Mason. Number 15, senior Ava Collins. And number 4, a senior Lexi Miller. And number 1, a senior Maria Warner. Your Lady Dukes are coached by Mr. Mike Stanulis. His assistants are Mr. Kurt Miller, Mrs. Haley Hardy, and Leah Springer.
So here we go, folks. Time for tip-off as the Lady Dukes, the Lady Leopards, set to take battle. Our coaches for the ball game today, the Lady Leopards, are led by Jeff Kudo, assisted by Brian Layton, Corey Swope, and the Lady Dukes are coached by Mike Stadulis, assisted by Kirk Miller and Kaylee Hardy. And here we go as the Lady Leopards get control of the tip. And Brooke Heron scores the first basket, 2-0, Lady Leps. As Warner will bring it across the timeline, gets it over to Mason, back to Warner, and it's going to be knocked away. Last touch by the Leopards. So Warner will inbound on the side. Looks. She gets it to Mason. Mason back out to Warner. Warner's going to dribble, looking, drives, kicks it to Lexi Miller. She's going to drive, takes it down the lane, shot up, no good, rebounded, Taryn Miglich. Miglich will bring it the other way for the Lady Leps. Across the timeline to Barwick. Barwick over to McCully on the wing. McCully back to Heron up top of the circle. She's going to dribble, drives, kicks it out to McCully for 3. Off the rim, no good. Pushed the other way by Mason. Mason's going to push. Gets it to Collins, to Evanich. Evanich to Miller. Miller back up top to Evanich. Back inside to Miller. Miller's going to drive. Kicks it to Mason in the corner for 3. No good. As Heron will bring it the other way. Up the court to McCully. Back to Heron inside. She's double teamed. Back to McCully on the wing. Shot. Bang! 3-pointer by Taylor McCully as the Lady Leps lead 5-0.
An excellent stroke for a freshman.
Mason will drive, kicks it back out to Ava Collins for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Delaney Orwin. Orwin gives it off to Miglich, who brings it across the timeline. Cross court to Heron. Heron guarded by Warner. To McCully, back to Heron. And she wasn't ready for the pass. Up to Mason. Takes it to the hoop. Layup. Good. 5-2. 6:06 in the first quarter. Lady Leps lead as Marlington comes out in a full court press. Barwick breaks it to McCully. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Orrin. Back to McCully. No good. Rebounded by Evanich. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Marlington, so the Dukes will inbound on the baseline.
And I was kind of wondering how this was going to play out, and I thought that, Evanich and Orrin would be kind of battle in the paint today.
So Mason's going to get it back out top to Miller, to Warner on the wing. She's going to dribble, drives, dumps it off to Evanich. Evanich drives, takes it to the hoop, layup, no good. And it's going to be tipped away, and Miglich is going to lose it out of bounds. So the Dukes will retain possession. 5:26 left in the first quarter. 5-2 Leopards.
Low scoring affair thus far, but no surprise between these two schools.
No, defensively, they're both very strong teams. You're right, Mark. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Miglich. She's going to push the other way. Looks up. Doesn't see anything. Gets it off to Heron. Guarded by Collins. Shot up. Good. It's going to make it 7-2. Lady Leps.
Brooke Heron with 4.
I thought that'd be an interesting battle between Heron and Collins. Collins looking. Back out top to Warner. She's going to fake. Drives. Kicks it off to Miller. Miller's going to dribble. Backs it down. Gets it back out to Evanich. Fakes. Drives the lane. Takes it to the hoop. Shot no good. Oh, and it's rebounded by the Leopards. Pushing the other way. McCully fakes. Kicks it cross court to Miglich for 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded Mason. We've got a track meet. Mason taken to the hoop. Shot. Good. 7-4. Leopards. 4:21 left in the first quarter. Fast-paced first quarter, isn't it, guys?
Yes, it is.
Down the court to McCully. To Miglich. Cross court to Barwick for 3. No good. Rebounded Evanich. Gives it off to Warner. Warner up the court to Evanich. Thought about the 3. Gives it to Warner. Dishes off to Collins. Layup good. 7-6. 1-point ball game. 3:50 left in the first. Barwick over to Miglich. Back over to Barwick. Across the timeline. Guarded tightly by Mason. Up top to Heron. Tapped away. Up the court to Warner. Takes it to the hoop. Layup. No good. And the ball's last touched by Marlington. So the Lady Leps will bring it the other way.
3s across the board. 3:33 to go first quarter.
Miglich gets it to McCully. Back across to Miglich. To Barwick. Barwick's going to look around. Doesn't see anything. Dribbles. Brings it back out top. Over to McCully. Cross court to Barwick. To Miglich for 3. Back of the rim. No good. Rebounded McCully. Shot no good. Rebounded by Heron. Strong move. Heron again. And she's going to be fouled. So Brooke Heron's going to go to the free throw line with 3:09 left in this first quarter. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Chelsea Evanich. That'll be her first. Free throw is no good. Heron, typically a good free throw shooter. Second shot. It's good. Seven ball game. Or wait a minute, 8-6 ball game. I was like, they put the score on the wrong.
Yep, I noticed that too.
So the ball's going to go out to Evanich up top to Warner on the wing. Looking, dribbles. Off to Miller. She's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, layup, no good. Miglich with the rebound. Pushes the other way up the floor to McCully, back to Heron. Heron taking it down the lane, and she's going to travel. Nice play by Evanich as she got the ball, and Heron wasn't able to put it back on the floor. So Warner's going to bring it across the timeline, guarded by Miglich. Over to Mason. Mason dumps it off to Warner, into Evanich. Double teamed, kicks it back out to Warner for 3. Bang! 9-8, 2:11. First quarter as the Dukes get their first lead of the ball game. As the Lady Leps will push it up to Heron, out to Barwick, to Maley, to Barwick, to McCully for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Dukes. Evanich gives to Warner. Warner dribbles for 3. Bang! 12-8. Lady Dukes, 1:39 left in this first quarter. Up the floor to McCully, and she's stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, the Lady Dukes, a very strong three-point team all the way across the board. It's kind of hard to leave anybody open.
Yeah, you can't leave these Lady Dukes open. They will hit the shot. They are true scorers. So Warner off to Evanich on the wing. Looking back up top of the circle to Warner. To Collins. Collins is going to pull for three. Off the back of the rim. Up the floor. Oh, stolen by Lexi Miller. And she's going to be fouled.
Yep, on McCully.
That'll be the first foul on Taylor McCully. She'll sit down. Checking into the ball game is number 22, Lexi Wasara.
Also in number 30, Olivia Mealy.
Shot's no good, but Evanich is fouled, so she'll go to the free throw line.
Yep, Brooke Aaron with her first.
Evanich with 7 already. Or check that, 3. They've got it 7 on one board, and they've got it. You'll have to forgive us. It's hard to see the boards here, but we're making it work. So the first shot was good. Second one.
Also good. 5 points.
14-8 with 1 minute left in this first quarter. Wasara challenged. Up the floor to Barwick. Barwick's going to push. Takes it to the hoop. Layup. Good. Nice take by Courtney Barwick.
She is not shy, although she is a sophomore. She is not bashful at all.
No, not at all. So Warner gives it off to Mason on the wing. Out to Collins, looking to Warner. She's going to pull for 3. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Miglich. Miglich coming the other way. 24 seconds left in this fast-paced first quarter. Into Heron. To Evanich, out to Barwick. Bang! Just like that. We got a 1-point ball game, 14-13. That's Courtney's 5th point. Warner looking, 4 seconds, 3. Reverse layup, good. Nice play by Maria Warner to finish out the first quarter.
Right before the buzzer.
As we will finish the first quarter with the Dukes leading 16-13. We'll be right back after this.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back, folks, as the Lady Dukes lead 16-13 as we are here at the start of the second quarter. That definitely was a fast-paced first quarter, as it seemed like both teams just wanted to run.
Yeah, very few fouls, very few turnovers. Pretty well-controlled basketball.
So Heron will inbound. She gets it off to Barwick. Barwick, double teamed, back to Heron. Tries to get it to the corner to Miglich and knocked out of bounds by the Lady Dukes. So the Leopards will keep the ball. Heron inbounds, looking, out top to Miglich. Miglich gonna pull for 3 off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Dukes, and here goes Mason. Mason gonna push, takes it to the hoop, and 1. Nice take by Elizabeth Mason.
Yeah, she loves the fast break scoring. That's probably one of her specialties. Get her in open court and watch her run.
18-13. Elizabeth has 6, and she'll shoot 1. Shot's good. 19-13, 7:45, second quarter. As Barwick will walk it up across the timeline. Over to Miglich. Top to Heron. She's going to dribble, drives, loses it.
Leopards maintain possession.
Last touch by the Dukes. So Heron to inbound to Oren. Back out to McCully. Top of the circle. And it's stolen by the Dukes. Going the other way. Mason gonna dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by McCully, and she's gonna lose it off her leg out of bounds. Oh! They're gonna say it was last touched by Mason as it went by her. Official was in good position for that call, so it was a good call. Barwick to McCully for three. Bang! 19-16, 7:05, second quarter. As Warner will walk it across the timeline. She's looking, gets it off to Mason. Mason up top to Miller. Miller over on the wing to Warner. Warner's gonna dribble, brings it back out top, crosses, gets the advantage, and she's gonna travel. Checking into the ball game for the Dukes will be number 5, Allie Gill. She's a sophomore. So here comes Barwick. Over in the corner to McCully. Into Heron. Heron's going to be triple teamed. And they're going to get, I believe it was Allie Gill with the foul.
And Marlington's going to have to kind of keep triple teaming Brooke because she's a pretty strong down low in the paint kind of girl. So
yeah,
if she's one-on-one, she's probably going to take it in for the layup.
Especially inside. McCully over to Barwick on the wing. Looking. Guarded tightly by Warner. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Miglich. Nice pick by Oren. Into the corner for McCully for three. Bang!
Another three for McCully.
Tie ball game. 19s.
6 minutes and counting.
Almost
Second
stolen by
quarter.
McCully. Off to Miller. She's going to pull for three. Bang! Just like that. Lady Dukes answer. 5:49. Second quarter. Barwick. Over to Miglich. Into Heron. Over to Barwick. In the corner to McCully. McCully's going to dribble. Cross court to Miglich. Almost throws it away. Into Heron. And she's going to be fouled.
And automatically double teamed as soon as she touches the ball.
Yep. Sometimes triple teamed.
The Dukes are going to force the Leps to make somebody else to score on them other than Brooke Heron.
Checking into the ball game for the Lady Dukes is Zoe Mort. And for the Lady Leopards, it's Anna Ramsey. So Miglich over to Barwick. Back out top to Miglich to Heron. Heron to Ramsey. She's going to dribble. Cross court to Miglich. Knocked away. Nice play by Zoe Mort. Back into the ball game comes Taylor McCully. Miglich will sit down. Aaron inbounds to Barwick. Barwick brings it up. Dribbles. Cross court to McCully. Pulls for three. Bang! Taylor McCully having a very strong first half with 12 points.
All on threes.
As we're tied again here at 22. Mason gonna take it to the rack. No good. Rebounded by the Leopards. They're gonna push the other way. Up the floor, tries to get to Oren and can't get it to Delaney. Checking back into the ball game is number 15, Ava Collins. Sitting down will be Lexi Miller. And back for the Leopards is Taryn Miglich. and Anna Ramsey will sit down. Warner dribbles, gives it off to Evanich. She's going to look, starts to dribble, brings it into the lane, kicks it out to Collins. Collins back top of the circle to Evanich, to Zoe Mort. Zoe gives it off to Ava Collins. Collins to Warner. Warner's looking, dribbles, drives down the lane, kicks it, and nobody home. Ball's going to the Leopards. Both players, she went to kick it out, and both players were breaking the opposite direction. So Barwick bringing it up across the timeline, gives it off to Miglich. She's going to be harassed by Mort. Back to Miglich, over to McCully. They're definitely not leaving her open. Oh, Heron has it, loses it, gets it back, and we got a scrum, we got a jump ball.
I think the possession arrow might favor Louisville this time, but I'm not sure.
Nope, we're going to go Marlington way.
Okay.
So Miller will inbound into Warner. Over the center stripe. Dribbles. Picked up by Oren. Warner going to shoot. No good. Rebounded by Wasara. Up to Miglich. Miglich going to push to Heron. Heron's going to pull for three. Bang! 25-22. Lady Leps lead the Dukes. 3-12. Heron with 8. As Mort will get it to the top of the circle to Miller. She's going to back down, double teamed, gets it to Warner. Off to Mason, dribbles, kicks it. Miller thinking about it. Dribbles, takes it to the hole, and no good. Rebounded and taken off the other way by Miglich. Miglich, she's got quite a few rebounds here in this first half. Shot by Heron, no good. I believe that may have been blocked, and Heron will be fouled on the drive.
Yes, it was blocked, which would allow Brooke Heron to get the basketball. Had it not been blocked and she got it, she would have been called for a travel.
So Heron will shoot the first one, and it's going to be good. Multiple substitutions as number 30, Olivia Maley, will check in for the Leopards. And we'll get your lineups checked up or updated when they get back. So we'll step away for just a moment. We'll be right back. Straggat Media Network. And we're back, folks, as Brooke Heron will shoot her second free throw. Maley, McCully, Heron, Miglich, and Barwick for the Leopards. Miller, Mason, Evanich, Collins, and Warner for the Dukes as Heron makes the second one, and she'll sit down. Checking into the ball game is Addie Thorne, a 5'9" junior for the Leopards. So Warner dribbles, guarded tightly by Miglich. She's going to take, gives it off to Collins. Collins out to Evanich. She's going to dribble, backs it down, kicks it out to Miller. Miller's going to pull for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. Lady Leopard ball.
Two Lady Leopards in double figures thus far. We have McCully with 12 and Heron with 10.
It's getting a little physical out there.
Yes, it is.
So they got it into McCully, back to Heron. Heron back to McCully, across the timeline, into Barwick, has it tapped away. Heron for three. Air ball, no good. Goes out of bounds. Lady Dukes ball. Coach Layton barking out some instructions for the Leopards. So Collins will get the ball on the wing, gives it off to Mason. She's going to dribble, kicks it out to Warner, pulls for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded again by Miglich. She is really good at getting position on that defensive end of the floor. Miglich for three, no good. Rebounded by Miller. Up to Warner, cross court to Mason. Mason going to take to the hoop, and she's going to be blocked. And last touch by Mason. Nice play on the defensive end by the Lady Leps. Barwick double teamed. Stolen by Warner. Up, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Picked up by Evanich. Little pinball right there. Miller drives down the lane, out to Warner on the wing for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Heron, and they're going to get a foul on Ava Collins. I think it was one of those situations that wasn't a dirty play. Collins was they were backing into each other, and Heron went up for the rebound and just Collins got underneath her. So Miglich to Heron. Up the floor to McCully, cross the timeline. Cross court to Miglich. Pulls for three. Bang! 30, 22, 47.6 seconds. Warner's going to bring it across the timeline. Guarded by Miglich. Switch to Mealy. To Evanich. Fakes. Loses it. Gets it back. Cross court to Warner. And she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be on Taylor McCully. That's going to be her second foul. So checking into the ball game will be Addie Thorne. Sitting down will be Brooke Heron for the last 29.9 seconds. Mason out to Warner. Pulls for three. No good. Rebounded by Evanich. Both coaches going a little nuts right now. They're definitely getting physical right now.
The officials letting them play.
So Warner to Evanich. Back out to Warner. Dribbles to the top. Miller's going to go down the lane. Shot no good. It's going to be rebounded by Miglich. Loses it. Gets it back. Double teamed. And they're going to get Ava Collins with a foul. I believe it was a reach in. That'll be Collins' second foul. So Heron checks back into the ball game for this last 7 seconds. Over to Barwick. 4 seconds, and we're going to have a kick ball. 30-22. Lady Leps lead. Trying to extend into the corner to McCully. Back to Heron. Pulls up for three. No good. That's how we're going to end the first half. Lady Leopards lead 30-22. We'll be back in a little bit.
The Straggat Media Network, a local broadcasting network specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggat Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a Leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you'll have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back, folks. 5:43 left at the halftime here. Heck of a first half, guys.
The Leopards doing a great job. Both teams actually playing some pretty good defense. And you had mentioned several times, Rob, about the fast pace of the first half. And a big reason why is that neither team went into the bonus foul-wise. And so when that few fouls are committed, that really helps in speeding up the game.
Well, and I'll tell you what, on the Leopards end of it, Miglich, who's the point guard, she had to have at least, I would think, 7 or 8 rebounds in that first half.
She is very tough.
And when she rebounds it, she pushes the pace immediately. So let's get some scoring here, John.
All right. Well, we'll start with the Lady Leopards, who are leading here 30-22. McCully, the freshman, is leading for the Leopards with 12 points, mainly from the three-point line. Really kind of just been hot anytime they've gone to her the whole first half. And then right behind her is their leader, Brooke Heron, with 10. And I mean, she's just battling in the paint, and they're double teaming, triple teaming, and she's still getting to the to the hoop. So
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
was several times where she would touch the ball and the whole defense collapsed to her. So,
and for the Lady Dukes, Warner is leading the way with 8. She had a couple big shots down the stretch, and then Mason right behind her with some of those fast break shots in the first half.
well, and I'll tell you what, the Dukes had plenty of looks there in the second quarter. They just couldn't get the ball to fall that second quarter as well as they did in the first.
Right, but as we mentioned in other games, they're a second half team. They love to make adjustments in the second half, and
Well, and Elizabeth Mason, we all know, is a big time second half scorer, so she'll always put her 2 cents in the second half. But yeah, they came in that first quarter. You could tell they had that fire lit under them after the loss the other night, and they're fighting today. It's a pretty physical game, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yes, the officials are literally letting them play, with of course a few exceptions with some fouls, but again, not enough fouls to put either team in the bonus.
So we're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. So we're going to take a breather here for a sec, and we'll be back.
The Straggat Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggat Media Network.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And here we go, folks, as the teams are coming back out onto the floor, getting ready for the second half. Starting the second half for the Lady Leps will be Brooke Herron, Taryn Miglich, Courtney Barwick, Delaney Oren, and Taylor McCully. Starting for the Dukes will be Maria Warner, Elizabeth Mason, Chelsea Evanich, Lexi Miller, and Ava Collins. As the Leopards get the ball the second half, rebounded by Evanich. She's going to push up the floor, gets it off to Warner. Warner inside to Mason, takes it to the hoop, and she's fouled. Nice strong take by Elizabeth Mason. And I believe she was fouled by Taylor McCully. First shot. It's good. So Mason starts off the second half. Wick, she has 10. And they're going to come out in the full court press. Heron up to Ramsey to Barwick. Loses it. Stolen by Maria Warner. They're going to push up the floor to Mason. Mason and Heron. And no good. Rebounded by Miller to Warner for three. No good. Rebounded off the back of the rim. And it's rebounded by Heron. So Heron looking over to Ramsey. Ramsey's going to dribble back up top to Heron. Cross court to Miglich. Miglich fakes. Pulls up for two. Good. 32-25. 6:54.
Looks like Taryn may be a better shooter than her father, eh?
Oh, yes, she is. She is a good shooter. Mason going to dribble. Kicks it back to Collins. To Evanich. Drives. Pulls up for two. Air ball. No good. Rebounded by Collins. And stolen by Miglich. Barwick gets it up to Miglich. She's going to pull for three. No good. Rebounded by Heron. Turns and shoots, and she'll be fouled. Strong take by Brooke Heron.
For being only 5'8", she is not afraid to get in and try to get those offensive rebounds.
No, Brooke is very, very strong inside, to say the least. First shot. But I can say, knowing Brooke personally, she does all the little things to prepare herself for those. Second shot. No good. Rebounded and out of bounds. So the ball's going to go to the Lady Dukes. Yeah, even in the offseason, Brooke, who is a three-sport star, does prepare herself, and Mason's going to pull for three. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Out top to Collins. Over to Mason. She's going to take it to the hole. Layup and good. And one.
Looked like Delaney Oren on that foul.
And as we mentioned before, Mason, a second half scorer, coming out with 5 here in the third quarter.
So Ramsey will sit down and Wasara into the ball game as Mason will shoot her free throw. Shot. Heron to Miglich. She's going to be double teamed, and they're going to call a foul on Collins. She's none too thrilled about that one. She thought she got all ball. Heron. Oh. A little bit miscommunication between Heron and Wasara. So the Lady Dukes will get the ball. They're going to inbound on the baseline. Warner to Evanich. Out to Mason. Tapped away by Heron. Heron's going to bring it the other way. Nice play by Brooke. Into the corner to Wasara. Fakes. And she's going to travel.
Too many steps.
She knew it too. Checking back into the ball game is Taylor McCully. Sarah will sit down. Kudo greets her on the sideline, says, "Young lady, you must put the ball on the floor."
Jeff has a tendency to get his point across.
I'll tell you what, though. You're right about that, but Jeff Kudo is one of the finest coaches and individuals on this planet.
I've known him, like I say, for several years. He and my second oldest sister graduated from Louisville together in 1971, so I've known him for a long time.
Miglich up the floor to McCully, takes, layup good.
Nice layup.
35-28, Lady Leps, 5:26.
A basket by McCully that actually isn't a three, but it counts just the same.
Mason thought about taking it, pulls it back out, gives it up to Evanich, spins, takes it to the hoop, shot up and good. We got a 3-point play.
Well, you mentioned about Marlington's second half tendencies as far as coming back, and they're showing that this will be, I believe, at least the third and one opportunity this third quarter.
I believe you're correct.
And kind of how we mentioned in the first half, how there were very few fouls. It seems like this third quarter, there's been a lot of fouling going on.
Yeah,
Well,
each team with 14 fouls.
And they're attacking McCully right now. She has to sit down with 4. So Olivia Maley will check in, as well as Addie Thorne for the Leopards. And we've got a timeout by the Leopards. 35-31. 5:09. We're going to step away for just a few seconds. And we're back. As Coach Kudo wanted to talk about it, the Lady Dukes are starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. We got a 4-point ball game, 35-31. I know that he's got Taylor McCully with 4 fouls, so she's in foul trouble. But this Lady Leopards team is a strong team. They're very, very deep. In fact, the JV squad, I don't remember what the final score of it was, but they won pretty handily. They have quite a few freshmen, both on the varsity and JV. So Heron into Miglich, tipped by Collins, stolen by Mason, fakes, takes to the hoop, and one again. There's that girl again, Elizabeth Mason with 15, and she's going to go to the free throw line. 5:02.
Yeah, this is not what the Lady Leps want to get into here in the third early with already 5 team fouls.
That's going to be Addie Thorne's first foul of the ball game. Shot. Good. So Heron to Miglich. She's going to be double teamed. She's going to push up the floor to Barwick. Barwick taking to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Mason. She's going to bring it the other way. Stumbles. Gets it up to Collins. Collins driving to the hoop. Shot no good. Rebounded by Maley. Maley. Miglich to Heron. Heron gonna dribble. Drives. Backs out. Nice behind the back move by Heron to Miglich. Miglich guarded by Warner. Heron taking it baseline and knocked away. Lexi Miller. Mason going to bring it across the timeline.
Lady Dukes with a chance to take the lead.
So Warner gives it off to Mason, guarded by Heron. This is a good matchup. And to Evanich, she's going to back down, double teamed, back out to Warner, to Lexi Miller. Miller dumps off to Evanich for 3, bang! Just like that, Lady Dukes lead, 37-35. 3:54 left in this third quarter.
The Lady Dukes thus far outscoring the Lady Leopards 15-5 in this third quarter.
So Miglich gonna lose it, and there's our floorburn girl, Ava Collins, right in the middle of it.
With the bruises on the knees to prove it.
Yeah, she's definitely. We've had the opportunity to cover her several times, or this team several times, and Ava's one of those girls that she doesn't know the word slow. Miller loses it. Warner gets it back. Barnett. Chelsea Evanich to Collins, drives, loses it, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Olivia Maley. That's her first foul of the ball game.
And it's a 16th foul overall for the Lady Leopards, so any subsequent Lady Leopard foul puts the Dukes in the bonus.
So Evanich gives off to Warner. She's going to pull up for two. Shot rims out, no good. Rebounded by Collins, tips it. She was falling out of bounds. Up the floor to Heron, pulls up, no good. Rebounded by Barwick. Barwick out top to Heron, pulls for two. Shot no good. And it's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah. And here's kind of the problem the Lady Leps are probably going to run into the rest of this game is, you know, they cannot be as aggressive defensively with the 16 fouls, which is kind of playing a part in this comeback for the Dukes.
So Miglich, she's going to travel. 37-35, 2:55 left in this third quarter as Warner will walk it up the backcourt. Over to Evanich. Loses it. Nice steal by Miglich, and she's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to call that on Chelsea Evanich, and they do. That's her second foul of the ball game.
Team third for Marlington. So the Lady Dukes not in danger yet of putting Louisville in the bonus.
Checking back into the ball game will be Lexi Wasara. Sitting down will be Addie Thorne. Miglich up the floor to Barwick, and she throws it out of bounds. This Duke pressure is definitely causing a little bit of disturbance in the Lady Leopards offense right now.
Yeah, a lot of passes being overthrown.
So Evanich going to dribble, drives, loses it, and it's going to be taken away by Miglich. Miglich to bring it up the floor, kicks it up to Barwick, fakes, drives, baseline, takes it to the hoop, layup and good. 37-37, 2:09 left in this third quarter. Warner dribbles. Over to the, blocked by Barwick. Nice block. Stolen by Mason. Mason takes it to the hoop, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Almost another and one there.
I'm telling you.
That one didn't drop, but it will get her 2 free throws coming.
So Elizabeth will shoot the first. Shot up. It's good. Second shot. It's good. And the Lady Dukes lead 39-37 as the Leopards break the press. Gets it back to Heron going down the lane. Dishes it off to Barwick. Back out top to Wasera to Barwick. Back to Wasera on the wing to Barwick. Cross court to Miglich. Back up top to Barwick. Back to Miglich. She's going to dribble. Kicks it off to the Barwick for three. Bang! 40-39. Lady Leps lead. 1:19 left in this ball for third quarter.
Courtney Barwick becoming the third Lady Leopard in double figures.
So Warner going to take it. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Evanich. Out to Warner. To Gill. To Miller. She's going to fake. Drives to the hoop. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Evanich. Cross court to Warner. To Mason. Mason will reset the offense.
Lady Leopards need to be careful not to give the Lady Dukes so many extra shots.
44 seconds left in this third. Mason going to Kick it off to Miller. Fakes. Dribbles. Spins. Takes to the hoop. Layup. And she'll shoot 2. Strong take by Miller. As that will be Lexi Wasara's first foul. So Miller will shoot. It's good.
Got the kind bounce.
That's her first point on the night.
Che Klein now in the game for the Lady Leopards. So 10 Lady Leopards now have seen action.
Shot is good. 41-40. Lady Dukes lead. 32 seconds left in the third quarter here. In the heart of Marble Township. Wasara's going to dribble. Dishes off to McCully. Dumps it off to Heron. Heron double teamed. Over to Barwick for 3. No good. Rebounded by Mason. Mason's going to push. She's going to take it to the rack. Good. 45-40. Lady Dukes with 5 seconds left in this first. Shot no good. Rebounded by Wasara. Make that McCully, and it's good. So it's a 43-42 lead for the Lady Dukes. And we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. And we're back, folks, with a very back and forth battle right now as the Lady Dukes lead 43-42 here to start the fourth quarter.
Yep, the Lady Dukes are definitely a second half team. Of course, with them already, them already being in the bonus, with the Lady Leps having 8 fouls already, is going to play a big part here in the fourth quarter.
Well, and I think that Marlington's gotten a lot more aggressive going to the hoop, thus getting
lots of
McCully in the foul. Got a lot of and ones, like you said, Mark. And that last bucket, I was mistaken. It was not made by McCully. It was made by sophomore Che Klein, number 23.
And you mentioned earlier, Rob, about the depth that the Leopards have. They have played 10 players thus far in this ball game.
So Mason brings it across the timeline, hands off to Warner. Over to Collins. Collins to Evanich. Evanich backing down, kicks it out to Warner. She's going to fake, drives the lane, takes it to the hoop. She's blocked. Pushed up the floor by Barwick to Miglich for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded and pushed the other way by Warner. Up to Miller. Miller taken to the hoop. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Collins. Oh, what a play almost by Miller as Miller got up off the floor and somehow, well, the Leopards got the ball, but I'll tell you what, Lexi Miller got knocked to the floor, got back up, and almost saved the ball. As the Lady Leps will throw the ball away.
The Marlington press beginning to, or not actually beginning to, but throughout the second half has bothered the Lady Leopards.
Well, and then McCully, I don't even think has stepped in the second half here.
Well, she got that early foul shot by Evanich, no good.
Jump ball.
She got that quick foul right there at the beginning of the third quarter and had to sit down. So checking into the ball game is Anna Ramsey, and Wasara's going to sit down.
Yeah, and with without having that extra person to dish it out to with McCully sitting, it's kind of hurting the Leopards.
Mason to Evanich, back to Mason. She's going to fake, dribbles, guarded by Heron. Gives it off to Warner, to Miller. Miller to Evanich. Almost throws it away. Warner. Back to Evanich. Looks, dribbles. Back to Warner. Warner going to take it down the lane, down to Miller. Top of the circle. Back out to Evanich. Oh, and she's going to travel. Just enough to drag that foot, and here comes McCully checking into the ball game. Ramsey will sit down. As the Dukes come out, back out in that press, and they get it up to McCully, guarded by Collins. Cross court to Miglich. Miglich is going to dribble, drives, kicks it off to McCully for three. No good, rebounded by Warner. She'll take it the other way. They're going to push. Pulls up for two, shot good. Banks are open.
I was getting ready to say the bank was open for her.
45-42. 6:02, fourth quarter. Lady Dukes lead. Heron, cross court to Miglich for three. Bang! Just like that, we're tied again. So the Lady Dukes are coming the other way. To Mason, back to Warner. Back to Mason, to Miller. Fakes, drives, takes it to the hoop, and she's going to have it knocked away. And Ramsey will check back in as Coach Kudo's using the offense, defense, trying to keep McCully from fouling out. And they're going to get Delaney Orwin with a foul. So Evanich will go to the free throw line. Check that. They're going to call Ramsey with that foul.
And that's the 19th foul on the Lady Leopards. So any subsequent foul by them will put the Lady Dukes in the double bonus.
So Evanich, shot is good. 46-45, 5:32. That gives Evanich 12. Second shot. As Heron's going to inbound to McCully. Up the floor to Barwick. She's going to bring it up. Gets it across to Miglich for three. Rims out, no good. Up to Evanich. Pushes up the floor to Miller. Miller's going to take, and she's going to be fouled. So Lexi Miller will go to the free throw line with 5:19. That's actually going to be Taryn Miglich's first foul of the ball game.
Now the Lady Dukes in the double bonus the rest of the game, whether they're in the act of shooting or not.
So Miller makes the first one, stretches the lead to 48-45. That's Lexi's sixth point of the ball game. Second shot, falls. And we've got a timeout on the floor, 49-45. We'll be back. This is the Straggat Media Network. And we're back, folks. 5:19 left in this ball game. 49-45. But it's a back and forth affair between the Lady Dukes and the Lady Leopards. Lady Dukes lead as the Leopards will inbound the ball. Dukes come back out in their full court press. Heron to inbound, and it's going to be kicked by Ava Collins, so they'll try this again. Heron to McCully, back to Heron to Barwick. Barwick up the floor to Heron. Heron cross court to Barwick to McCully, pulls up for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Miglich. To McCully for three. Bang! 17 for McCully. It's going to make it 49-48.
15 of those 17 courtesy of the three ball.
Yeah, she's definitely feeling it from the arc. Here goes Mason. No good, man. That was halfway down. Off to Warner, layup, no good. Rebounded, and they're going to call that foul on the Dukes. It's going to be on Ava Collins. That's her fourth foul. So she'll sit down as I can't talk. Heron up the floor to Miglich, cross court to Barwick, and she's going to be fouled. Nice take by Courtney Barwick.
Again, Courtney Barwick only being a sophomore, but she is not bashful as far as driving inside.
No, she's definitely a game time player. That call was on Elizabeth Mason. That's her second foul. Shot. No good. So Ramsey will check in for the Leopards, and Collins will check in for the Dukes. Second shot. As both teams have a primetime player in foul trouble. McCully being the Leopards and Collins for the Dukes. Top of the circle to Evanich, to the wing for Warner, to Miller, turns, shoots, and they're going to get her for a travel. Yeah, she just...
Well, I don't think she realized how wide open she was, and she took that extra step and kind of shock.
She was waiting for the contact, and nothing was there. So Heron into Barwick. She's double teamed. Back to Heron.
And we got a timeout.
Timeout by Coach Kudo. So we're going to stay here. Tell you what, it's been quite a second half, hasn't it, guys?
Yes, it has been. 4:03 to go in the fourth quarter. And as you mentioned, Rob, earlier about a key player for each of the Lady Dukes and the Lady Leopards with 4 personal fouls. So we'll see how that comes into play.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Ava Collins is there. She's not a big scorer, but she is definitely
their lockdown defender.
Yeah, she has that ability to just be in the middle of every play.
And I will say that, McCully coming in after sitting for so long and hitting that big three, to keep them within reach is a very big play.
So we have a tie ball game here, 49-49, as the Lady Leopards bring it across the timeline. Heron with the ball, cross court to Barwick. She's going to dribble, takes it to the hoop, and she's fouled and one. So Barwick with 13.
Looking for 14 at the line.
And they call that foul on Lexi Miller.
And that is her first.
So Barwick will shoot. Shot.
Good.
So Mason hands off to Warner. Back to Mason. Kicks to the corner to Collins. Collins out to Warner. She's going to drive down the lane, out to Mason for three. Bang! Ooh. 52-52. Once again, we're tied. 3:28 left in this ball game. I have a feeling it's going to come down to a last possession, guys.
I have a feeling so too.
Cross court to Miglich, back over to Barwick. Barwick dribbling, back across the court to Miglich, and we're going to have a foul off the ball foul on Delaney Oren.
Yeah, and that's where
Mason seems to be shook up a little bit. They can ill afford to lose Miller. She's like, that should be a shooting foul.
I would think. Yeah, they're in the dome bubble, Miss Marlington is.
Okay.
kind of confused. I think as are the players.
So Mason gonna dribble, dumps it off to Evanich. Bucket good. 54-52. Lady Dukes lead. 2:53 left in this ball game.
And the Lady Dukes not pressing the last few possessions.
Ooh.
Nice play by Mason.
Nice play, but almost a dangerous play, rolling an ankle.
I'll tell you what, though. She must be a good soccer player because she always seems to find her foot on that ball. You would think, anyways. So Heron to inbound, looking, gets it to Miglich, back to Heron, back over to Miglich, back to Heron, inside, shot up, no good, rebounded by the Collins. Off to Warner. 2:35 left in the ball game here. As Evanich is going to dribble, gives it off to Mason. Mason back out top to Evanich, dribbles. Mason going to drive, gives it to Collins. Collins back to Evanich. As the Dukes are set to take off some time, Mason thought about it, back out top to Collins. Collins to Warner. She's going to dribble, backs it back out.
Say they kind of have the middle wide open here.
Evanich spins, gives it back to Warner. 1:51 as Warner will hand off to Evanich. Here comes Heron to Collins, and she's going to be fouled. So Collins will go to the free throw line. She was fouled by number 20, Delaney Oren.
That's foul number 3 on Oren.
So the first shot, no good. And Coach Kudo wants a timeout. So we're going to stay right here as we have 1:42 left in this ball game, 54-52. I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of good plays by a lot of good players today.
I believe we have, particularly some of the younger players like the freshmen and sophomores. They, again, are not showing any signs of being afraid or bashful to be aggressive, whether it's offensively or defensively.
Well, you've got Barwick with 14, McCully with 17. Barwick being a junior, McCully being a freshman. You follow that, Barwick's a sophomore, McCully's a freshman. You got Brooke Heron with 11. She's a junior for the Leopards. Shot. It's good. Big shot for Ava Collins, making it 55-52.
Marlington putting the press back on.
Nice save by Heron. Back over to Barwick. She's going to dribble. Cross court to Miglich.
Wide
McCully
open.
For three. No good. Rebounded by Brooke Heron. Takes to the
Foul.
hole. And she's going to go to the free throw line. Strong take by Heron.
I believe this might be how it comes down, getting your shots in from the line for the last minute and a half here.
That's Marlington's 17th foul, so now the Leopards in the bonus.
They called that foul on Chelsea Evanich.
And I'll tell you what, I mentioned this last night in the boys Marlington game, and the people paid for
Second one.
the whole seat, but they've only needed at the edge so far.
Cross court to Collins, down to Miller. Miller gonna take, and she's gonna be fouled. They're gonna say the call was on the floor.
Coach is a little excited there.
He was doing a little hop, skip, and a jump there.
Well,
I believe that's the 15th foul
for McCully.
for McCully.
So she'll have to sit down.
That's a big hit there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Fouls or not, I'll tell you what. Taylor McCully had a huge game.
Oh yeah,
for a freshman.
She's the reason why this game is so competitive.
I think somebody forgot to tell her she was just a freshman.
So the first shot by Miller is good.
17
56.
points, including 15 on 3. Sorry about that, Rob.
You're good. 53 or 56-53. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Evanich. We've got a ping pong.
Looked like it was kicked out by Barwick.
And Marlington's going to take a timeout. Tell you what, can kind of take a breather here for a second, guys, as it's just been run.
Been a very good basketball game.
We were talking to the AD yesterday, Steve Miller, and I mentioned, it seemed like every game we come to at Marlington is just a nail biter.
I'll tell you what, these teams fight and fight hard, so, you can't have anything bad to say about either of the teams here. They both work and fight to the bitter end.
As I mentioned earlier, they're longtime rivals anyway. First in the Federal League, then in the Northeast Buckeye Conference. And even though Louisville's an independent now, these two teams still play like they're playing a league game.
So Marlington will inbound. Mason, 1:14 left in this game. Warner to Mason to Collins, and they're going to foul Collins right away.
The Lady Leopards are practically almost forced to foul so they can get the ball back.
So that foul was on Ramsey. Collins. Clutch shot by Ava Collins, making it 57-53.
That gives her 4 points.
Second one.
Make it 5.
So we're going to push up the floor to Heron. Heron going to drive, takes it down, kicks it, loses it, gets it back, and it's going to be picked up by Oren.
Somehow saved.
Back to Miglich. She's going to pull for 3. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Miller, and she's going to be fouled by Barwick. 47.9 seconds left. Duke's lead, 58-53. In what was a pretty epic battle here.
Oh yeah, all night long or all day long.
First shot. It's good. So Miller has 9. Second shot.
Gets the bounce.
So she'll be in double figures with 10. As Heron gives it off to Barwick. Barwick to Miglich. Pulls up for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Dukes. Off to Mason, and they're going to say the Dukes stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
So the ball goes back to the Lady Leps. Leps have some life. .35 seconds. Miglich over to
They're going to have
Barwick.
to hurry.
To Thorne to Heron. Fakes. Shoots. Short. No good. Rebounded Collins. Make that Evanich up to Warner. to Mason. Mason's going to pull it back out over to Warner. Warner's going to dribble, and she's going to be fouled with 16.9 seconds left. So she'll go to the free throw line with
Getting a standing ovation.
The Lady Leopards actually with an 11th player in the game, number 14, but I'm not seeing a number 14 on either roster. Oh, check that. That's Addie Thorne. She's been in before. My correction.
So Warner makes it 61 and 62 as the Lady Dukes stretch it to a 9-point lead, and Elizabeth Mason will sit down on senior night with 23 points. Checking into the ball game, sitting down, is senior Lexi Miller. And checking out of the ball game is senior senior Maria Warner. And Ava Collins, senior. And
Evanich looks like she's going out.
Evanich, only a junior, but this is a big win for these Lady Dukes, as Barwick will let the ball roll up the floor. Gets it to Heron, to Thorne for three. Bang! 62-56, 7 seconds. Stolen by Biglich. And it's going to be Lady Leps ball.
Oh, wow.
So hold your breath here, folks. We still got 3.2 seconds, and Leopards have some life here. Into Miglich for three. Short, no good. And that's going to be the ball game, as the Lady Dukes defeat the Lady Leopards 62-56. I'll tell you guys, that was a ball game.
Yes, it was.
Well, and I think the deciding factor was those team fouls coming down the stretch, which I think was going to haunt the Leopards. You know, besides that, I mean, they still they were right there with them till the bitter end. And I think if you take away those fouls, some of those fouls, it might have been a different outcome. But you know, it is what it is.
Yep. So, who's your player of the game, guys?
I would say the leading scorer there from Marlington, the 23-pointer.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Mark. I think that, Elizabeth Mason, as she got going, this team got going, and they just kind of took off. She started being aggressive, going to the hoop, and thus the door swung open. So,
well, you and John mentioned several times about how the Marlington Lady Dukes are a second-half team, and they proved that, outscoring the Lady Leopards 40-26 in that second half.
So, you got some final stats there for us, John?
Yeah. For the Lady Leps, McCully, leading the way with 17 points there. Brooke Heron had 12. And then for the Lady Dukes, Elizabeth Mason with 23 points, and Chelsea Evanich with 15. And I will say, even though Mason came out strong in the second half, I will say the junior Chelsea Evanich did have a very good night.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was battling the pain all night long and then putting up 15 points to help her team.
Yeah, she definitely had a lot of rebounds down the stretch that helped their cause. But I want to thank everybody for coming on with us. It was a great game today, and we're headed over to Louisville to cover the boys and the Alliance Aviators this evening. I'm Rob Johnson here with Mark Lanzer, Tegan Evans, John Taggart, and Big Jack Horn. This is the Straggat Media Network. Have a great afternoon, everyone.